Hello, friends. When friends and family reject us, the pain runs deep. But the Bible is filled with stories of people like David, Joseph, Job, and Jesus, who were deeply hurt by those closest to them. This heartfelt sermon reveals how God meets us in that pain, offering unshakable love and purpose in the face of human rejection. If you're feeling hated or forgotten, this message is for you. There are moments in life when the people who are supposed to love us don't. When family turns cold, friends betray our trust, and even those we believe would never leave walk away. And in those moments, we feel abandoned, alone, unworthy. But you're not the first to feel that. In fact, the Bible tells the stories of many who walked through that valley of rejection, only to discover God's steadfast love on the other side. Let's step into the shoes of David, the man after God's own heart. At one point in his life, David was not a celebrated king. He was a fugitive, chased by Saul, misunderstood by his brothers. Even his own men once talked of stoning him. The Psalms he wrote during those times weren't polished prayers. They were cries from a crushed heart. He said things like, "Even my close friend in whom I trusted has lifted his heel against me. Or I am forgotten like a dead man out of mind. I am like a broken vessel." David knew what it meant to be hated. He felt the sting of rejection from people he loved. And yet, listen to his words just a few verses later. "But as for me, I trust in you, O Lord. I say, you are my God." That's the power of faith in the fire. When human love fails, divine love remains. And it's not just David. Think of Joseph, rejected by his brothers, sold into slavery, forgotten in prison. Yet through the years of isolation, God's favor didn't leave him. When the time was right, God raised him up, not just for his sake, but to save the very ones who had betrayed him. Or Job, mocked by friends, accused by his wife, left to scrape boils alone. Still he declared, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." And then, Jesus. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. He was despised, rejected by men, betrayed with a kiss, abandoned by his disciples on the cross. Even his Father seemed far away. But out of that deepest rejection came the greatest redemption. So what about you? When everyone turns away, when you feel unloved, when you ask, "Why don't they care about me?" Remember this. God sees what others don't. He knows your heart. God stays when others leave. His love isn't based on performance. God uses rejection to redirect your path toward his purpose. Don't let the hatred of people make you forget the love of God. Surround yourself with his word. Speak the Psalms aloud. Let worship flow even when tears fall. And most of all, don't isolate yourself from the one who never isolates himself from you. Because Jesus was rejected so you could be accepted. Friend, if you feel hated, you are not alone. You are loved. Let your pain press you into the presence of the one who says, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Tonight, talk to him, not with polished words, but with the real cries of your heart. Because he's listening, he understands, and he's already reaching out to hold you.